My child, you came here not by accident. Even if you stumbled upon this message in the middle of a restless scroll, even if the world around you feels loud and confusing, this moment, this very breath, has been divinely timed. Because you've been wondering. You've been asking questions in the quiet hours when no one is watching. Where are you, God? Are you even listening? Do you see what I'm going through? Or have you turned away from me? Let me speak clearly to your soul. I have not turned away. I am closer than you think. You may not feel me in the chaos, but I am there. In the pause between your thoughts, in the rhythm of your breath, in the tears you cry when you think no. One understands I am not only in the miracles, I'm in the waiting, I'm in the aching. I'm in the steps you take even when your knees are trembling. You may be surrounded by silence, but I am speaking. You may be wrapped in confusion, but I am holding clarity for you. You may feel like you're wandering, but I am walking beside you every step, even the ones you don't realize. You see, my child, your life is not a string of random moments. Every breath you take is known to me. Every sigh, every shiver, every surge of fear. I feel it with you. And I want to remind you of something today. I am not a distant God who checks in from time to time. I am the God who dwells right here, in the middle of your struggle. I'm not only in churches and holy songs. I'm in your hallway at 2 a.m. when anxiety creeps in. I'm in the doctor's office when the test results shake your peace. I'm in the car ride home when your heart feels like it's breaking. I am right there. I don't need grand performances from you. I don't need perfection. What I long for is your presence. And even when you think you've drifted too far, even when you feel too messy, too wounded, too tired to reach for me, I have never let you go. In fact, right now, this very moment, I am wrapping my arms around your spirit. I am whispering truth into the places where lies have lived too long. Because I love you. And my love is not like the love you've known. It doesn't depend on how well you perform. It doesn't vanish when you fall short. It doesn't decrease on your bad days. My love is steady. It is pure. It is eternal. You've been searching for answers. But more than answers, what your soul is craving is connection. To be known. To be heard. To be reminded that you're not invisible. And so I'm showing up right here, not through thunder or lightning, but through a still small voice that says, I see you. I know you. I'm not going anywhere. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not walking alone. This season may feel heavy, but I'm using it to reveal just how near I truly am. You may not see the finish line yet, but I've already gone before you. I've cleared the path you'll walk. I've placed divine appointments ahead, and I will walk beside you every step of the way. So don't let the shadows deceive you. Don't let silence trick you into thinking I'm gone. I'm closer than you think. I'm holding you now. And I'm not letting go. You don't need to figure it all out today. You just need to take the next breath. And trust that I'll meet you there. Are you ready? Then walk with me now. Let me speak life into your spirit. Let me show you how, my beloved child. There have been moments in your life when you looked around and saw no one. Not a helping hand. Not a comforting word. Not a soul who truly understood what was happening inside your heart. And in those moments, when you sat quietly with your thoughts, when you fought to hold back tears because you didn't want anyone to see how close you were to breaking, I was there, not watching from a distance, but right beside you, closer than your own breath. You see, my presence doesn't depend on your perception. Just because you don't feel me doesn't mean I'm not with you. Just because you can't hear me over the noise doesn't mean I'm silent. I move quietly. often beneath the surface of your understanding. But my hand is always active. My love is always reaching. You've prayed for strength, and I gave it in the form of perseverance you didn't even recognize. You asked for guidance, and I spoke through the intuition that whispered, "Take one more step." You asked for healing, and I began it in the hidden places of your soul, where wounds had lingered for years. Nothing about your pain escapes me. Nothing about your journey is invisible to me. I saw the day you nearly gave up. I felt the heaviness in your chest when you said, "I can't do this anymore." And do you know what I did? I drew closer. When others walked away, I leaned in. When the world grew loud, I became your shelter. When your hands were trembling, I wrapped mine around them. Because you are mine, and I will never abandon my own. The enemy wants you to believe that my silence means absence. He wants you to believe that your unanswered prayers are forgotten. But here's what I want you to know today. I am never idle. I am always working, and I am closer than you've ever imagined. There's not a moment I haven't seen. There's not a tear I haven't caught. There's not a prayer I haven't heard, even the ones you whispered through clenched teeth and sleepless nights. And when you don't know what to pray, when all you can offer is silence or sighs, know that I interpret even those. I understand the language of your soul. You don't need eloquent words to reach me. You don't need to prove yourself worthy of my attention. Just be still, be open, and let me love you. Even now, I'm surrounding you with grace. I'm softening the hardened places inside you. I'm releasing burdens you weren't meant to carry. Can you feel it? That quiet warmth in your chest. That sense of peace rising, even as questions remain unanswered. That's me. I'm not waiting for you at the finish line. I'm walking beside you through every valley, every detour, every delay. You've never been out of my sight, not once, not ever. So if your heart feels heavy, let me lift it. If your mind feels restless, let me quiet it. If your soul feels alone, let me hold it, my child. Do you remember the moment you felt completely alone in that hospital room? Or when the news you feared finally came, and no one knew what to say? I was there, when you stared at the ceiling, heart pounding, wondering how you'd make it through the night. I was sitting beside you, not in a vision, not in a dream, but truly, spiritually, beside you. You didn't need to see me to be held. You didn't need to hear my voice to be comforted, because I'm not bound by physical space. I enter every room where my child is in pain, and I entered yours. I saw the way you held your breath so no one would hear you cry. I saw the brave face you put on while silently pleading for help. You may have felt unseen, but you have never once been unnoticed. You see, I don't just love you. I know you. I know how much you long for peace. I know the memories that haunt your quiet moments. I know the weight of responsibilities you carry silently. I know how hard it is to walk with faith when everything around you screams fear. But even when your faith flickers, I remain constant. Even when you question me, I stay near. Even when you've turned away, I've never taken my eyes off of you. You are not a burden to me. You are my delight. Yes, you've fallen. Yes, you've made mistakes. But none of that scares me away. I don't keep a list of your failures. I carry the blueprint of your becoming. Every wound you carry, I've already begun to heal. Every doubt you hold, I meet with patience. Every fear that grips you, I confront with my perfect love. And today I want to remind you of something sacred. I am not ashamed of your struggle. I see beyond it. I see who you are becoming. I see how your pain has softened your heart, made you more compassionate, more tender, more real. You think you've been wandering, but I've been guiding you. Even the detours had purpose. Even the delays held protection. Even the silence taught you to hear me in deeper ways. So please don't despise the waiting. Don't curse the wilderness. Because in that very space, I've been drawing you closer, stripping away what doesn't serve you, restoring what the world tried to break. You are in the middle of a divine transformation. That restlessness in your spirit, that longing you can't quite name, it's me, calling you back to your truest self. You weren't made to merely survive. You were made to thrive. Not in perfection, but in presence. Not in striving, but in surrender. Let go of the story that says you have to do it all. Release the belief that you're not enough. You are more than enough, because I am with you, and together, we can face anything. The mountain ahead, I'll climb it with you. The storm that threatens, I'll shelter you in it. The decision you're afraid to make, I'll guide your every step. You don't have to figure everything out. You only need to walk with me. I am your way when the road disappears. I am your peace when chaos rises. I am your strength when yours runs out. And no matter how far you feel from me, know this. I am closer than you think. You've never had to earn my nearness. It is my joy to stay close. Let that truth settle in your spirit. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are not invisible. You are deeply known, eternally loved, held every moment, even now. My beloved child, you've spent so many nights wondering if your prayers ever reached me. You whispered them through tears, with trembling hands and a tired heart. And when the answer didn't come the way you hoped, you assumed I was far away. But I never missed a word. I've caught every tear. I've held every ache. Sometimes silence feels like abandonment, doesn't it? But in my kingdom, silence is not absence. It's preparation. I've been moving pieces in the background that you could not see, closing doors that would have harmed you, opening paths that are still unfolding, strengthening your soul so you can carry the blessing I'm preparing. You've been asking me for breakthroughs, but I've been giving you roots. Because before I lift you higher, I want to make sure you're steady. I want you to be strong enough to stand in the light without fear of falling. I want you to know who you are so deeply that no storm can shake you again. That's why I've allowed the slow seasons. That's why I've let you sit in the unknown. It's not punishment. It's protection. You weren't forgotten. You were being formed. You are more resilient than you know. And everything you've walked through, even the heartbreaks, are now seeds in my hands. I will use it all. The betrayal, I'll turn it into wisdom. The loss, I'll birth new compassion from it. The delay, I'll use it to deepen your discernment. Nothing is wasted in my love. Nothing. And that includes your loneliness. I know the ache of waiting for someone to understand you. I see how you try to carry so much alone. But you were never meant to bear it all without me. I'm not just your God. I'm your companion. I'm the hand that steadies you when no one else sees. I'm the voice that speaks peace in the middle of your confusion. I'm the anchor that holds when life threatens to pull you under. You are not drifting. You are being led. Even now, I'm walking beside you. And every time your heart turns to me, even in doubt, I draw near again. You don't have to pray perfect prayers. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to pretend you're strong. I love the real you, tired, uncertain, reaching, believing, even when it's hard. Because your reaching is worship, your staying is faith, and your hope, though fragile, is enough for me to work miracles. So don't let the world harden you. Don't let the delays define your worth. Don't let fear rob you of the closeness we share. I've been closer than your breath, and I'm still here, guiding, healing, fighting for your joy, and loving you with a love that will not fail. Even when everything around you feels uncertain, let this be your unshakable truth. I have never left you. And I never will. Let this moment be a turning point. Not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because you're choosing to believe again. You're choosing to trust that I'm working in ways beyond what you can see, that your story is not over, that your best days haven't passed and they're still ahead. I am not done with you, and I am not distant from you. I am closer than you think. My child, take a breath with me now. Slowly, deeply. Let the weight you've been carrying rest in my hands. Let the noise around you fade. You've heard my voice today, not in thunder but in love. I came close to remind you that I've never been far. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. And you are never, ever alone. No matter how messy your journey has felt, no matter how many times you've doubted, I have always held your heart, and I always will. So walk forward from this moment with courage. You don't need to see the full map. Just trust the one who walks with you. When the road feels uncertain, remember, I am steady. When your soul feels tired, remember, I am your rest. When you wonder if you're enough, remember I chose you long before you chose me. Let this truth echo through your day. I am closer than you think. When you wake, I am there. When you cry, I am listening. When you hope, I am working. And when you feel like giving up, come back here, sit with me again. Let my words hold you together. You are not walking this life alone. You never were, and you never will be, because I, your God, your Creator, your constant friend, I am with you, always, forever, and right. Now, so go in peace, go in